evening and many thanks for joining me again on Debbie's Grill, where we talk about matters that concern the state. Now, the national chairman of the National Democratic Congress, Aseidu Nketia, has called for the immediate removal of Mensa-led Electoral Commission, describing the action as a long overdue to a series of electoral infractions. So, in an interview, he said he will continue to press for the removal of the commission until a formal petition is filed to trigger the constitutional process. He cited the failure to hold elections in the Guan constituency in 2020, which resulted in the people of Central Kofi, Akpafu, Lolobi, and Likpe going without representation in parliament for 4 years. The situation was only remedied when Fred Agbanyo was elected in 2024. So this is basically from the National Democratic Chairman Aseidu Nketia. Now we all know that it's been almost 4 to 5 months now since we had a new administration on board. But then some constituency do not have a representative, and that has to do with the Ablekuma North. They don't have a representative as it stands now. And we've been speaking about this. But we've been speaking about this for quite some time now. And then it looks as if the EC is not listening. But as electoral commissioner, this is your role, this is your field. This is the main reason why you've been appointed, to ensure that every constituency has a representative, in as much as it is the constituent that are going to vote for whoever they want them to represent them in that particular constituency. It is your role to also ensure that the election is fair without being rigged. It is your responsibility to ensure that the election is not being manipulated by a particular political party or political members. So how come at the end of elections we heard a lot of news? People were saying that the pink sheet, the raw one, or the pink sheet that is supposed to be the correct one, has been faked. They can't find that. And the one that they have seen is actually a fake pink sheet. It's like a photocopy of the original pink sheet. And this, who are we going to blame? Because this is what the Electoral Commission is supposed to do. You are supposed to ensure that all these things are in their rightful places. If it is the pink sheet, you ensure that this is the original one. And that is why the EC does not work alone. The EC has its own subordinate that works hand in hand with her. And it's been a couple of months. We have 2 people representing the Ablekuma North. And as it stands, I'm going to see their banners, their billboards have been, posted around, thanking the constituents for voting for them. Now, as a constituent, you don't even know who is the winner, because the 2 of them are claiming to be a representative for that constituency. And it looks as if the EC is sleeping, because we don't see anything from here. I didn't even hear anything from here. I don't know whether there was a press. But then I know that after the election, there was some form of communication that the election was somehow rigged, in a way being manipulative, and so they are taking proactive measures. And up to now, I don't know whether they've not finalized on the measures to take. And we have a lot of top officials calling on the EC to rerun the election. And up to now, so Yentishe. And this was the same thing that happened at Central Kofi. They had no representative. Akpafu, they had no representative. Likpe, they had no representative. For 8 good years, they had no representative. Till this just ended election, where they voted for a representative, and then God willing, as it stands now, they have someone representing them. with this, how do we want us to develop as a country? And when we are talking about the development of a country, it's not about developing only Greater Accra. No. When the constituents are developed, automatically the country is developing. Because it is this constituent that sum up to be a whole country, or that sum up to be a complete country on its own. And so when this constituency are being lagged behind in development, then automatically the country is not developing. The progress will be retarded. And that is what we are seeing. I'm sure if voting for member of parliament is not too necessary, then I'm not sure we are going to queue to vote for people. And I know the people of Ablekuma North need a representative. So they went to vote for the person they want. They went to stand under a scorching sun to vote. And then at the end of the day, you come telling us that there have been a mistake somewhere. And up to now, we don't even know what is going on. Whether there's going to be a rerun of the election, whether Ablekuma North will have no representative. Every place is quiet. No one is talking. The EC is not speaking. She is quiet. And these are the questions people are asking. Is the office of the EC being intruded by some political parties? As to whether they are being intruded by a political party or not is up to the EC. But even if something of that sort is going on, you are supposed to speak up, because just as we have the office of the OSP, who is not supposed to be intruded by any political party, that particular office is a solemnly independent. And that is the same thing that has to do with the EC. EC, you are an independent office, an independent body. You are supposed to work as a neutral entity. Because the work you are doing, it has to do with two political parties. And if you're not careful, instead of you doing what you're supposed to do, they will not tell you what to do as an entity, which is not supposed to be so. And as it stands now, we are being forced to believe that that is what is going on. If not that, then why are we not hearing anything? If you feel like when you declare the result of the past election is going to bring chaos, then let's rerun it. Let them go and vote again. You make it so transparent. Everybody is there with tight security operatives around. If you are supposed to be inside, be inside. But the door should be transparent. No one should be allowed in. You are outside, but then you are watching everything that is going on. If someone should be allowed in, then it should be a security personnel. Because it will be sad if this year passes away. The next year comes, we are not talking about it. Another year comes, we are not talking about it. We'll be here, and then this current administration term will end, and there will still be no representative at Ablekuma North. Silence means consent. But as for this one, your silence is a whole lot. So if there is something we are supposed to know as a country, maybe we are rather not getting you properly, then you should come out and clear the air. Because it's not right. If all constituencies have a representative and one constituency does not have a representative, how do they enjoy the national cake? Even with the representatives we have, what we are supposed to see, we are not seeing it. And then you talking about a whole constituency not having a representative, then imagine what is going to happen there. And to all those political parties that in one way or the other are intruding in this whole case, you better stay aside and allow the EC function. And to the EC, well, I'm so sorry, because if this will continue, then we have to call for your removal, just as Aseidu Nketia is saying. Thank you for making time with me on the Biscuit.